Welcome to KWZ Drive Time, coming to you from the beautiful city. Coming up soon, we've got...
Hey Mark, what's your ETA?
I'm heading back now. Over.
Proceed to 26.133 degrees north, 3.628 degrees east.
Got it.
BAW-709, heavy, hold position. I'll get you moving in a minute.
BAW-705, heavy, holding November.
107, heavy, you're cleared to go. Opening left right, check. 107, heavy, you are cleared to departure.
277, check.
What's up everybody, welcome to a new Anno Let's Play. Today we are starting with Anno 2205, the latest installment of the Anno games. It is the 6th installment, it is the last Anno game that we play on our road to Anno 1800. It has been released in 2015 worldwide, developed by Blue Byte and published by Ubisoft. Anno 2205 is probably the most controversial Anno game out there. Once again, it is set in the distant future and has a lot of new features. It has been totally revamped, if you like to say that, in comparison to the other Anno games. It has some good features and some bad ones. Well, the good ones are, I think it has gotten a lot bigger. So instead of having one map with islands on them, you have now several maps. Each of them have their own islands again. Each of them have their own different side stories, main stories, monuments, and their own themes like the Arctic and the Moon and the Mediterranean. So you can play complete different cities and production chains on each of these maps. That is pretty cool, I think. The bad one is though that you always have to play the campaign. So there is no endless mode per se anymore. So you can't just start an endless mode that is randomly generated like in the other Anno games. Now you always have to play through the campaign to transition into the endless mode. That kind of gets repetitive fast if you start a second or third game. And another very bad thing, I think, is that the military is not separated into specific maps to wage war on. It's like a mini game, so it's totally separated from your cities, from your other maps, so there's no war anymore there. You always have to wage war on these mini maps, kind of. Well, lots of new things. As you might notice if you watched some of my other Let's Plays, we're playing this one in ultra-wide in 21:9 ratio format. It has been optimized for that pretty well. I think the real estate gain is huge that you have in this game, but don't worry if you don't have 21:9 ultra-wide monitor, you can still watch it on a regular monitor as well. You just see some black bars up and down, but you have the real estate on the left and the right, which is great, I think, so you can still watch it on a regular monitor as well. Without further ado, we start a new game here, and again, every endless mode looks the same, so we just press this button here and then we start a new game, and I hope you enjoyed the ride. See you on the other side.
I'm glad you accepted my invitation. Samantha Beaumont, Global Union Supervisor of the Lunar Licensing Program. We have a lot to discuss, but first, I'd like to introduce you to your Artificial Data Amalgamating Messenger.
Thank you for participating in the Lunar Licensing Program. The program stipulates that your corporation set up operative spaceports to act as bases for a new wave of lunar colonization. You will further assist Global Union in the development of a fusion energy reactor to avert Earth's impending energy crisis. You are now entering Phase 1 of the Lunar Licensing Program. The Global Union assigned you territory in Earth's temperate region to establish a spaceport and a base of operations. The construction of a space elevator to Global Union headquarters is also required. For further instructions, speak to your official contact person. Global Union wishes you success.
Big place. We'll see if it's big enough for ambitions like yours. One of my colleagues already has high hopes for the area. I'm sure he will ask you to join in his latest prestige project. First things first, though. The protocol demands you bring a spaceport into operation here. The spaceport building site off
And
the
here we
coast
are.
is still unstaffed. But as soon as you've built the necessary housing, your construction team will be moving in.
And this is the first mission that we have here. Again, we have to play through the campaign, so we have to start now with a smaller settlement where we can start progressing on our spaceport that we will need to build at some point. Okay, this is the map. As you can see, we have a free camera, which is pretty cool, and beautiful graphics and lots of building space here. With some very big mountains there. This is the stature. Everything is outlined, kind of. I don't like that, so it's rather predictable. We have some bridges here that we can build. We have the statue monument, the second project. But right now we are on this smaller island here where we need to start. And let's start, I think. Let's have the first main street again. I always have a main street on my Anno games. Okay, and we have approximately 70,000 credits for now. And our first mission is to build residence and connect it to the warehouse. 25, build and connect a rice farm. So let's start with the... Oh, we can't start with the production. We have to build residence right away. Let's do that.
Nice apartments. Makes me look forward to quitting time.
These are our first buildings. This is the first stage of our population, workers. And we have got new buildings now, and there are always these crates all around the island. We can just click on them and collect some building materials. For now we need to start with the bioresin and the biopolymer production. So these just cost some credits and a warehouse we need for that. But we like some polybiomers. Let's just
I hope this helps you.
delete 2 buildings there so we can build the warehouse, because we need one over here. And there we have our first production.
Great. Building material shortages shouldn't be an issue anymore.
But we also lack some power. As usual, you will always lack power in this game. It's the main resource, the main problem. Let's see if we can find another crate. There is one for some biopolymers.
Warning. Energy shortage. Attention.
we built
Staff
this
shortage, slowing down production.
wind park here that produces some energy now for us. Two things changed. So my people now need workforce on my production buildings. So I always need to have enough workforce on my island, and I do get workforce by building worker houses or worker residences. These increase my workforce. The lower my workforce is, or if I have a shortage of it, production goes down, like it's at 74% at the moment. And another thing that's changed that makes the whole game much more simplified is that there is no carrier anymore that gets the goods. You know, these are just cosmetics here, these trucks. So in previous Anno games, you always had to send carriers to the production buildings, you know, that would get the goods, deliver it to the warehouse, and the production building, the factory takes the goods from the warehouse to the building, produces that, and delivers it to the warehouse. Nope, it's not like that anymore. So as soon as I built the building, I do have the production for that. As you can see, my biopolymers go up on a steady rate, and not because someone delivers the goods to the warehouse, but because they produce now. Let's have a second wind park here. I need to build them apart from each other. The idea is that they would catch the wind from the other ones, you know, so I can't build them side by side. That would reduce the efficiency. Here we have enough biopolymer again. Let's build some more workhouses.
Your construction crew is one of the first ready. Keep up the pace. Your competitors will try to catch up. For the next construction stage, you'll need qualified ground staff to operate the spaceport. Make sure to adhere to Union standards while providing the required infrastructure.
And we have started the second mission now, smooth operation. We need to produce water, we need to attract operators, so that's the next stage. For that we need water, and we need an infodrome as well, so a service building. And one thing you can always already see is that there's no tax slider anymore, so I can't choose the taxes anymore, the tax rate. And we're at corporation level 2 now. What does that mean? Well, on the right side we see our corporation logo, and we have our level now here. This is a feature I really like. So we get experience points for completing missions and getting more people, especially getting more people here, and we get rewards for that, like money, more storage, and also new features like, for example, titles, like ornaments and stuff like that, and also new building opportunities. I need to hurry up with the rice production real quick here. As you can see, there is the -3 now, now it's at 0. This is our balance that we have for rice. Like now we are +4, so now we have enough rice. We produce enough rice now for the workers here. And that's it. You really just need to place the buildings. But it's a bit more complicated than that. We have some modules for these buildings. We can't build modules yet, but they will come at some point. They make it a bit more interesting. And let's also get a water desalination plant here to produce some water.
You need this desalination plant. These days, it's the only way to come by drinkable water.
Okay, so we have enough rice, we have enough water now. Let's have another desalination plant. So now we are plus with the water, and we also have these demands now. We have met them, and we can build an infodrome, which is the service building here. We're not building it right now though.
Believe in our company.
Ah, mais
And by the way, this is not our main island that I'm building here right now. It's just a smaller one. Our main city is going to be located here then later on. We still need to build that bridge here. This is always going to be a small village in comparison to the big city we are going to build on the other side.
That's gonna be delicious.
You'll be in here at my house.
And we've reached corporate level 3 already. We get some money for that as well. And with the next level, for example, we would get the first military fleet, some money, and some increased storage capacity as well. Okay, so we've got already the next stage here: produce water, attract a population of 200 workers, build the infodrome. Let's do that now. First we need more energy again, so let's have a wind park over here. Oh, this is... let's move it. And now we can build it. And there is no area of influence anymore, so it's rather based on a percentage around the building. So if we place it like this, all of them have it actually. It's based on the population level.
Their interests as well as their skills.
It's like a resource now, so it produces 10 information supply, and our population, you know, consumes some of that.
Got some work for me. Where'd I put the keys? Didn't expect the manager.
And we stop at this point now and continue the next episode. Stay tuned.